today on A Table in the Corner, I am chatting to Drikus Brink, who is the chef proprietor of Toevlug.
Yes, I don't follow titles too much, but
You're the guy at Toevlug.
yeah.
So if we go to Toevlug, you'll be there and you'll be doing some stuff.
Yeah, you'll see.
Some of it will be cooking, some of it will be like shaking hands.
Yes, also pouring some wine.
Ah,
Actually, we don't pour wine yet. You pour your own wine.
You pour
quite casual.
Casual, okay.
Yeah, but we've got a great wine list there.
Well, listen, thanks for chatting to me on the show. And let me mention that the show is brought to you and me and all the listeners by Novel, which is a restaurant booking system.
Oh, interesting.
Very affordable restaurant booking system.
Nice.
Made with the latest technology. Lets people book. You can manage your deposits and everything runs from a little app.
Yeah.
So it's easy. What a happy thing to be sponsored by Novel. Okay, let's get on with it. How did you start cooking?
Oh, so cooking's been part of me sort of all my life, but I didn't ever see it as a sort of profession. I'm not going to say I started cooking when I was like 4 years old, when I could start working.
Standing on a stool by the stove, No.
I grew up I was born in Pretoria.
Yeah.
Then I moved to Croatia for about 2 years.
Why did you do that?
My father worked there. So he worked for the United Nations. So he used to travel quite a lot.
Okay.
I was very fortunate enough to travel most of Africa, actually. It was just really
okay, that's the
amazing.
thing.
We moved back to South Africa onto a farm. My grandfather passed away.
Okay.
So my gran was, alone on the farm.
And where was that?
That's in Sasolburg. So
okay.
just other side of the Drikus.
Was it a working farm or just a residential?
So we had cattle. Mealies is a big thing, lamb, and then some other grains like sorghum and I don't know. I was six at the time. So
okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you grew up on a farm, running free.
Amazing, yeah. And when I was 13, my gran sold a farm. We moved to town, but my gran always had a butchery in the town. She remarried to my grandfather, Flip, and he also had the other butchery on the farm.
So it was like a butchery empire in Sasolburg.
Yeah, basically.
Is it?
I obviously got.
Did you ever work in the butchery?
I used to do till, because obviously I'm like still very young, so mostly on the till with my brother. But I enjoyed a bit more at the back, so I used to help with the hanging of the boerewors and that sort of stuff, the easy jobs, And I also used to taste the boerewors raw, so I taste the seasoning and that sort of stuff. So it's always part of the thing.
Did you also was it like Saterdagoggend? Drikus slaan till?
Yes, for extra money, of course.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And then we started a wood business. Okay. And we started selling wood, and then we used to taste the wood on boerewors rolls. So then it became cooking boerewors rolls for the local people.
What did you say, roughly 13, 14?
Yeah, about there.
Okay.
And
it's quite entrepreneurial of you.
And then when I got a bike sort of learners, I started delivering pizzas. No, I worked at Scooter's Pizza when I was 16 for extra money.
Fantastic.
And obviously I'm naughty. I sort of started partying a bit too much and getting the wrong friends because now I got money and that sort of stuff. So, not always good.
You have to have money for petrol for your 50 and your smokes.
Yes.
Very
Correct,
good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at some point though, you decided to go and study cooking.
Yeah. So I went to Pretoria Chef's Academy.
Oh, in Centurion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Went there. It's a short course. So it's a year and a half. And it was the first 6 months was more theoretical with practical. But then the first 6 months you study in the mornings. And then the afternoon or dinner shifts, depending on your roster, there was a restaurant on the property.
Oh.
Then you would be a sculler. So you'd be a kitchen porter washing dishes for about 6 months. And I don't mind washing dishes.
And you're paying them to wash their dishes.
Yeah, sure. But it's the students cooking. So it's the next 6 months, the senior students that's cooking in the restaurant.
Okay.
Yes, there's chefs in every section or lectures, but man, to wash dishes for people who can't fucking cook. It's a lot of dishes. So
There's a lot of dishes,
it was terrible at the start. But you got to sort of learn with your eyes how kitchens work and service works.
Yeah.
And then you also waited and worked on the floor.
Okay.
Which is really good. Yeah.
But you left cooking school, came down to Cape Town, or to Stellenbosch, got a gig in Overture's kitchen with Bertus Basson, and you've never left.
Yeah, basically. So I've never had to update the CV. It's quite funny. But I sort of, you could.
How did that work? Because how did they place you?
You can select which province you want to go to, and obviously everybody wants to go to the Western Cape. It's sort of where all the good restaurants are.
I don't believe that. Surely people were fighting over going to the North Cape, or
like you do strongman competitions.
I imagine the competition must have been stiff to get to.
And everybody's was always fighting for like test kitchen.
Lakalom.
No, actually, Lakalom wasn't on our radar, but it was test kitchen. I think Potluck Club wasn't open yet, and then there was Greenhouse.
Greenhouse, big thing. Was Stonewood Cellars,
Bread and Wine was also one that I actually personally wanted to also go to, which was really good in Franschhoek. The school phones and says, Drikus, you're going to Bertus at Overture. We've never sent a student there, so go introduce yourself. Go say hi to him. So I found out that I'm going there the same day that I sort of met him, and I met Marley as well.
Yes.
And it was cool. I knew from the start it's gonna be a good relationship.
Good relationship, yeah.
When I moved down, he put a roof over my head, so I lived in an apartment in Strand. So
that's interesting.
There were quite a few people living in the flat, and it was good. So you could go and vent, and the service was so shit. We're in a good space. So what do we need? We plan.
Were all the people in the flat in the kitchen or front of house?
There was one that was in part of the catering company at the time.
Oh, that's right, because he had a catering. So he had,
the rest was all in the restaurant. Yeah,
because Bertus had at that time it was Overture, and then he had he used to like wedding and event catering with a big outside catering.
Yeah, it was like a truck. Yeah.
Yes. So
actually, that's always how he's built his empire.
Yeah,
he's had Overture, and he's right, and then on the side. There's a catering event here. I go to this guy's house. We cook there. I do this wedding. I do this braai over here, and it's part of who he is.
So that's kind of the question, because the thought would be, and I initially thought that you would be like, okay, I'm at Overture and I'm the chef de partie. I'm at the climbing, and you Sue and Junior Sue. How you go? Is there a restaurant, or have you just worked through the group always?
So I started at Overture. And then Spice Route opened up, Bertus Basson at Spice Route opened up.
Exactly. He had Bertus Basson at Spice Route. Yes.
Weekends I sort of went there, cooked breakfast, where I learned how to cook breakfast. I got humbled very quickly because you're doing 120 people for breakfast. You learn how to scramble eggs very quickly. Yeah. And you also understand that scrambled eggs cook very fast. So everything's got to be ready, and then you drop your eggs at the last minute. Omelets, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
And also, breakfast is the worst service for any chef.
People are particular about their
eggs and how they are.
Yeah. So, but you've got to. It makes you a better cook. It makes you, for sure. Because I judge people on their omelets. So there's a lot of big dogs out there that if you say cook me an omelet, it's going to be a shit omelet. So understanding how it cooks and soft but closed. Rich, just a little bit of cheese inside, pecorino, and chives. That's it, and salt. So you don't put cream or sour cream or anything in your egg, or milk in your egg. It's just the natural creaminess of the egg yolk that you cook properly. So I start off high, and then it's almost no heat. So the heat of that pan cooks the omelette through all the time. So you scramble it really quickly.
I need to eat one of your omelettes one day.
I'll make it for you just now.
Sounds fantastic.
So there we learned a bit more about volume.
Yeah.
Being prepared, portion size, consistency, being fast, being efficient. Because we've never had large teams, but also even if the restaurant's busier, you work harder.
You
cook faster.
Wasn't it in Overture and that there was one hot station where there would be one person?
There's no space for two people. So it's one stove. It's my favorite stoves in the world. It's called the Imperial.
Yes.
American built. And the knobs are great. The pilots never break. It's like a Toyota. That thing is now at Spec and Winner. It's still going. Still going, yeah.
Wow.
So Imperial stills are incredible. It's not an ad. It's just facts, yeah.
Hey, speaking of ads, we need to take another one. Going to go to an ad break for products and services. Johannesburg has always had strong opinions about burgers. Big city, big appetites, high standards. Which is why I'm genuinely pleased to say that Zuni Burger has just opened in Joburg, and they've landed properly. Zuni was started by the sons of 2 Eastern Cape Wagyu farmers who decided to do something meaningful with exceptional beef. The meat comes fresh, straight from their own farms. For their smash burgers, the buns are baked in-house, sauces made from scratch, chips are fried in Wagyu tallow. Nothing fancy, nothing hidden, just proper, honest bun, meat, pickle, onion, sauce. And cheese if you want it. They call it farm to bun, and it shows in every bite. Zuni's opened at 9 Yards in Parktown North. I know chasing burgers in the high altitude, low oxygen environment can be a drag, but if you care about how food is made, this one is really worth the effort. And we're back.
Cool. And, there's only space for one person to cook. So one person does all the hot food, not just all the main courses. He does all the hot food. So winters was tough because now there's more hot food. Yes, there's less guests, but you're picking up 6-7 different dishes. So hot section was intense. It was one person cooking, and you had one on the pass, and then you had like an assistant, which is always like a younger commie chef or chef's part that works basically garnish.
Yeah.
He gets, we're going with 2 pork, a fish, and a lamb. He gets all the garnishes ready, and he sends it up to the pass, and then Bertus obviously is on the pass, always behind the stoves. And when I first started, Bertus used to be only behind the stove, which you would think it would be on the pass, but not. He would always cook, and then the sous chefs would be on the pass. And you want to be that guy that's cooking.
Because
badass.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible. It's like watching someone do incredible art. It's like watching a play.
Yeah.
Bertus cooks. And it's sad because people don't get to see it every day anymore.
Yeah.
But it is like an art, and it used to be just so raw and real, because there was swearing and there was fucking hurry up, and it was real, and it was an open kitchen.
In the first year that he opened, I shot a portrait of him for Taste magazine where he let me stand on his prep surface behind the stove, and I shot him working, and he had a mohawk.
Yeah. Before my time, but I've seen the pictures.
I mean, and I was in that kitchen in a corner with my camera, shooting him cooking on that Imperial stove, and just watching the absolute focus.
Yeah,
it was just amazing to watch.
Incredible.
So, and I mean, you've been at his right hand now because you've worked with him for like a decade, right?
Yeah,
for 10 years.
And you, as a young chef, you'd always think, flip it. How does he remember this? So you would just to watch him redo something that he hasn't done for like 6 years. You know, so like certain pasta dish.
Yeah, okay.
And he goes and he struggles with the first one, and you can see the light bulb just goes on, and it's just like muscle memory. It's incredible to watch, Like there's many instances like that, or how to fillet this fish, or how to work with this. Like now it's not a round fish, a flat fish, how he does that, or terrines or pastas, or very technical thing. He's obsessed about technique and not about foams and bubbles and different things.
Okay, and that's what I want to go to, because you have attached yourself to a chef who doesn't do the foam and the bubbles and the mist and the smoke and the bullshit.
Yeah.
He cooks food.
Yeah.
It's the ingredient, it's the technique. He applies heat to it, applies a slice, a cut, whatever the technique is that he applies to it, and then you get this delicious thing.
Yeah.
Have you drunk that in? Is that you as a chef as well?
When you take that sort of and you mix it with a little bit of spontaneous cooking, you get magic. Like he used to be also very spontaneous. So he would work with him. This is the game plan, guys. We're going into service. This is how the dish looks like. And by the end of service, he's made it better, but he's changed it in the service. He doesn't give a fuck. If it's better, it's better. And there's never been, let's taste this dish before service. We do it maybe
on the fly,
like at 6 o'clock when the guests arrive. We'll do one, and that's it. Or we won't even. We'll just pick it up on the first go, which is like that's like that's like adrenaline, like that sort of feeds you, that's really special.
But what kind of chef has it made you then?
It's made me someone that can think on my feet very quickly. I'm versatile, well-rounded. You never work just the one section. You would walk into the day and it'll be like, you guys swap sections. I'm working your section now. So your fridge has to be clean, scrubbed out, food labeled, like because you never know. You can just walk up into your section and work it. So we moved around all the time. So
and I mean,
we've always sort of hit heads with people that's like, I only want to be a pastry chef.
Yeah.
There's a space for it, but not in our businesses. You've got to sort of move around.
Yeah.
And you've got to be versatile to be able to grow.
Have you moved around through? Because one of the things that I find amazing about the businesses is that there's like Acre, which sits at the top of fine dining, but with the personality of that human being in it, right? And then like not at the bottom of the scale, because the burgers are brilliant, but at the bottom of the scale is a fast food joint that does burgers, Toevlug burger.
Yeah.
So and there's everything in between.
About that.
What?
The burgers were born in Overture. We used to cook fine dining food
on that little hill by the lake.
No, not even that. I'm going to tell you the core.
The core. Okay, give me the core.
We used to cook. It was crazy. At the time, I think my sous chef was Ricky. He lives in Hermanus now. He opened up his own bakery. He's a really talented chef. He used to work with Eric Pulpit for a long time.
Oh, yes.
And we used to pick up, let's say, because there's gaps in service where, okay, now it's pudding or now it's starters, we're waiting for mains. So and it was in summer, so we were fully booked all the time. And the wine tasting next door said, we need something more casual. There's only one thing on the property, and it's fine dining, and it's too fine. And yes, they do cheese boards, but people want something simple and, accessible, I think is the word. And we started grilling burgers on the same flat top, because we only had a flat top and a 6-burner. So it was the Imperial and the flat top. And our flat top had also two other burners, which is like for water and that sort of stuff. And we started grilling burgers. So we'd get all the orders in and we'll pile them up until we can cook burgers and we have a gap. And we'll send out 15, 20 burgers quickly to the tasting room. And then we pick up the next main courses for Overture or starters or whatever. And then we built the deck.
Then you built the deck.
Because then we see it's working. Yeah. Then we built the deck downstairs. And then that's where the deck was born. Really successful. People loved it. And then we built the Vryburger after that. Yeah.
That is really an incredible story. And
that's why sort of a lot of people think, look at him now. He's got 10 restaurants.
Yeah.
How did he do it? Where he doesn't have investors. It's only him.
Yeah.
And the reason why he has that is because he's always been like, my capacity, yes, it's going to be painful, but I'm going to do it so that I can grow.
Yeah.
We're going to do this function. The restaurant's fully booked. We're going to pick up that wedding over here offsite. I'm going to send 3 or 4 people, and we're going to pick up that job. I'll take the pain
here while they do that.
We're going to pick up that job. We're going to pick up that job, and that's how he's built.
The other thing that I think about him is also that he's constantly able to drink in inspiration from his environment.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'll mind my saying that he came to lunch at our house one day and we served him pork with a cornbread and slaw.
Yeah.
And he said to Camilla, my wife, he said, can I steal this recipe? And he took the slaw recipe and he
awesome.
He developed, you know what I mean? And that turned into something else and something else. So he's always, no matter where
just appreciated good food and flavor.
And also how to do something and how can he make it better and improve it and put it here. So that's an amazing thing. But we're talking a lot about Bertus Basson. I want to talk about you and I want to talk about Toevlug. So we're here at Toevlug. Absolutely beautiful wine farm venue. But how did you find your way here? And by what? Because you were last at Clara's barn, and then Clara's closed, right?
Yeah. So I was at Overture for about 7 years, and then the opportunity came to open up a restaurant on another wine farm. But we knew it's going to be quite a big business, but it was going to grow organically on it. So yes, there was a big Clara's Barn fine dining restaurant. We knew about it, and then Gibbel's the more casual restaurant. It's just breakfast and lunch, no dinners. And then there was also accommodation coming along, and then a venue.
Yeah.
We opened up that. It was really successful for about 4 years. Learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
This was my first restaurant, it's my own restaurant. So it cost me nothing. He said, let's build this business together.
So you're partners in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So technically this business is also Geels 1962. It's the company name.
Okay.
So, we're going to change the name, of course, after we've closed that down.
You and Bertus are still partners in Toevlug?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Toevlug is, after we closed Vergenoeg, we looked for another wine farm restaurant. And we've always known Annandale and Familiar, and we like to see potential.
Yeah.
So we need to go to a place where we're going to start with here, and then we're going to build this, build that, and then it's going to be a really good business. Because you can build a great restaurant, but it can be a shitty business.
Yes.
So, like where we do the things on the side, we always do that. So we produce stuff for the farm shop. For there. So we in our kitchen we bake rusks, we bake bread, we bake cookies and brownies and pestos and ready-made meals.
I went for a walk around Familiar before we started chatting here, and there were 2 beautiful loaves of bread.
Yeah,
like farm bread, tall.
Yeah, that's what we bake in the wood-fired ovens over here.
You've got okay.
So we built them. It was like this after the restaurant was just built. It was the first month. I think we built them in just before December, like in November, month 2. We opened up in October, so month 2 we built those so that we could start producing for the shop.
Okay, so because you've got like a bakery section to the restaurant. Where
we're actually painting it out today, and we need to still kit it out. We've got most of the gear because we've got a small restaurant, teeny tiny restaurant. We've got equipment of 2 big restaurants.
Because you brought from Clara, so you need to find.
So it's all about growing the business, and so we're going to be baking stuff over here, and then there's a beautiful venue that we're going to launch pretty soon. So the shop is in the venue at the moment, but it's got so much potential.
And that venue will be what, events and weddings and that sort of thing. Yeah. Because I mean, in walking around this place, it's got these beautiful high ceilings, stunning wood. It's just that it's gorgeous. And you said that at the moment your kitchen's too small, but the bar's also in it.
Yeah,
so
we need to move the bar. Especially when the venue goes live, you need a bit more layup space. You need counter space to plate and
yes, of course, yeah.
So the bar is going to move from the kitchen outside into the first room. We've got enough seating inside for winter, and then summer everybody's outside on the grass or under the venue.
What's the vibe? So I mean, what are people coming here? Because I know that at the moment you're doing dinner Friday, Saturday, but it's lunch and breakfast from Tuesday through
Sunday. For breakfast, we're not really trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah,
we want simple, solid breakfast, and it needs to be balanced. Okay, good eggs, good coffee, good juice, and that's it.
Okay,
so we're not trying to scare people with too many different funny things on breakfast. So breakfast is just solid. Yeah, and then lunch is very cool. It's no set menu. So we wanted to build a space where people can come eat here often. So you got to find the perfect balance of a menu that's not small enough to eat in one seating, but not too large so it's never fresh. You know what I'm saying? If you stop paging through a menu like this, it's always frozen and it's not good. Yeah. So it needs to be perfect balance of you can't eat everything one go, and then you can, but there's enough options for you to come back and
so I'll come back on Thursday and have that. Yeah. But also, I mean, this location. So it's that intersection on the R44 where Zettler's Strawberry is, right? Yeah. So you're close to Jamestown. You're
Jamestown, the Zalze, so Stellenbosch, Paradijskloof,
and also really you're just a stone's throw away from Strand and Somerset, right? So it's an easy place to come for lunch.
Basically, So it's called the Golden Triangle.
Yeah. Because also this is the road you'd go to Hidden Valley where Overture used to be. So you're almost like back home.
Yes, full circle.
Russel. Yeah.
Full circle.
So let's move on from that stuff. What local chefs? I know that you know and follow Neil Swart and Anushka Horn.
Yeah,
right?
Love them.
Who else?
I love them because they built like their own little empire in Harrington.
Yeah.
Great restaurants, and they grow people underneath them. So you got to respect that. Yeah, it's really good. They don't want everything for themselves. They pass it on to the next generation. That's really important in our industry.
Is that because that's something that Bertus actively does?
Yes.
Is that a trick that you've absorbed from him? Do you do
yes,
it as well?
Yes, because you have to give people opportunities. They might fuck it up or they might excel. That's the risk you're going to take.
Yeah.
But you can't do everything yourself.
Yeah.
So you've got to train them, learn, trust, and guide, and then you go from there. So it's a bit of a dice roll. I was also a dice roll, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you were. But the thing is, though, that also, I mean, a lot of young chefs coming out of kind of colleges and just cooking schools and that sort of thing and doing their whatever 2-year, 3 year things, they're wanting to go and make foam and be famous and be like the head sous in 2 years. Yeah, you know.
They want to,
Is it harder to take someone and say, listen, this is how you cook an omelette and this is how you cook bacon?
You just got to focus on the
patience,
fundamentals and the basics first, and then you got to build on that. But you can't run if you can't walk, I suppose. So you got to learn how to swing a knife properly, learn how to wash dishes, learn how to work efficiently, and then you get humbled because there's people faster, cleaner, more efficient, more talented than you all the time. And I started in December, and in Jan, a guy called Carl started, and he was my peer. So we started sort of a similar time, and that sort of competition is extremely valuable. We're racing a bit. I'm going to work faster than you today. You're going to work faster than me. I'm going to be cleaner than you today. I'm going to be cleaner. Like, look how clean my fridge is. So that sort of competition is really important.
Absolutely. When I was talking to Matt van den Berg from Mercer about that, it's something I'd never really heard of before because I've never experienced it in a kitchen, where Oak's like, hide your sauce bottle at the beginning of service or throw away some prep you've done.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of competition happens, But I would imagine that someone would get killed over something like that in a batch.
That happens I think that happens in big brigades.
In big brigades,
Where we all in this together. We need to get through this.
Yeah.
No matter how busy or how behind we are with prep or whatever.
Yeah.
There's days where you walk into a kitchen and your fridge was off. We deep clean, we move the fridges, someone didn't switch off the fridge or the fridge broke, and you have to throw everything away, and it is 9 o'clock, and at 11 o'clock you got to be done with your prep. So then your team members will help you. It's not like, oh, we're going to let this guy burn.
Yeah.
Because then who suffers? The guest suffers.
Yeah.
So it's all about teamwork, and that's sort of the culture that we have.
I'll tell you a story about that you just reminded me of. Years ago, I worked on the launch of Ola ice cream in this country in 1991. Okay. I was a copywriter.
I wasn't born yet.
I was the junior copywriter on the job, and we were going to launch Ola ice cream, and the agency got all these samples of Ola ice cream. Oh my, it was South Africa in the 90s. We'd never tasted anything like this. We got
incredible
to eat, fantastic. Got all the hired the guys to photograph the images for the fridges, wrote all the copy for the posters, everything went to the printers, all done, and they had to import the ice creams for the first few weeks while they were doing the launch from the UK, and someone on Durban Dock forgot to plug in the refrigerated containers. So
they had milkshakes.
So we had to push out the launch by 3 months.
Oh, wow.
Damn it.
That's
a different story. So we were talking about Building the Beast and people you follow. Where are you going if you're going out with your fiance for a little something nice? Doesn't have to be a fancy restaurant. Somewhere you like to go to.
I love Pane Vino in Stellenbosch. It's like authentic Italian restaurant.
It's in that center.
Bosman's Crossing,
Bosman's Crossing.
Yeah. So
it's always been a weird place for me because it's sort of out of the way.
You got to drive almost out of Stellenbosch to get in.
Yes.
And it's Georgia is obviously makes grappa, and his grandfather made mealers, the first Rubicon, the maiden vintage. So lots of history.
It's an Italian family that does the real,
feels like a little mafia movie. Okay. When you go in there, it's like, they walk in, everybody greets the grandfather. George, and he sits there and he works and he watches everybody, and it's very cool. He makes a grappa Negroni.
Oh yes,
which is dangerous, very dangerous.
Okay, that sounds very good.
And then his wife cooks, and she cooks
like proper Italian.
Yeah, proper like roast veal. There's really good specials, great pastas, lasagnas, like insane stuff, like so authentic. and the price point's good. It's not like overcrowded.
Yeah.
If you know. So I like going there, and then I like going to Spek and Buna also. It's really good.
I love Spek and Buna.
I like Genki as well.
Genki's fantastic.
Nice. It's been there for 20 years. Husband and wife running it. It's good.
Yeah. I mean, if I lived in Stellenbosch, I'd probably be in Spek and Buna twice a week, and I'd probably be in Genki once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And in town, I recently discovered South China actually moved. I know them.
South China Dim Sum by Ed. Yeah, he's moved. Yeah. Oh, Hesheng.
Yeah.
You only discovered Hesheng.
And I ate the pork tongue there, spicy pork tongue, incredible. The cucumber salad's amazing. And then the other new place that I really, really like is Lilo's Deli opened up right across from them on the corner there. So Lilo's Deli opened up.
Yes.
Then there's a fishmonger.
Yes.
Frankie Fenner Meat Merchants, which is doing steak.
Okay.
And then in the corner is the Vryburger. So I looked after the Vry in December for a bit.
That's the new Greenpoint venue.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
Seapoint,
I think that Bertus will probably forgive me because I crow all the time about Zuni Burger because I absolutely love Zuni Burger. I love the Vryburger.
I've eaten a fair share of them because we also helped out with the Ongetem at Hilton. So it's in Kloof, so it's right off there. So if
yes, it's right across the road. You go have a burger.
Yeah.
And I mean, the team in the front of house at Zuni is fantastic.
Yeah.
The service is excellent. It's a great experience. And, and it's something that I really love. And in fact, I think it's something that Bertus is about as well, is simplicity and straightforward. It's like there are 3 burgers and two fries.
That's it, yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
But the quality of it is excellent. And I love the fact that 2 guys took their dad's beef and turned it into burgers, and they get the beef from the farm, and here they are. Anyway, we won't go on about that.
Yeah. I have to bring up Lilo's. I mean,
okay, sorry. Yes, so Lilo's, yeah.
They do these 72-hour ferment focaccia sandwiches, and then the base is always like fior di latte or burrata, and then there's mortadella, or there's guanciale, or there's like the slow roasted tomato. It is insanely good, and you feel good after you eat like habits, because you can digest it well.
Everything they do is authentic.
Yes.
And so you walk in there and you look at those focaccia sandwiches and you say 120 bucks for saving. Are you mad?
And their pastas, they buy obviously Caputo flour, and then he told me, we use San Pellegrino water to make the pasta because it's 2 ingredients, so you gotta use the best, ingredients.
And also water makes a difference, doesn't it? I mean, water makes a difference to bread.
Quality. Very true. But something that Kiara told me that stuck with me, and I'm going to take it with me for a long time, is everybody wants authenticity until they get told no. So they don't do flat whites, they do authentic cappuccinos.
Yes.
Don't ask for cortado.
Yeah.
Like that, we do what we do. We do espressos, we cappuccinos.
Yeah.
And they do well.
Yeah.
Because they are who they are. And Bertus always says, we can't be everything for everyone. So Toevlug can't be everything for everyone. You can't come here, eat a burger, eat this and this. But we can be that one thing for everyone.
Yeah.
And we do that well.
Yes.
And that's we stay in our lane. That's what we do.
It's been a great chat.
Thank you very much.
Drikus.
For me, it's been a privilege. I love the show. So
thank you, mate.
Thank you for having me. Really
absolutely. Listen, absolute pleasure. Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much, Russel.